Today I have another Sims 4 Survivor season for you, and I decided to borrow a theme that is from the Survivor show proper because we are doing Blood versus Water. If you haven't seen the show, it is a season where half of the cast are returning players and the other half is their family members who is competing against them on opposite tribes. So here we have 9 pairs of Sims who are related to one another in one way or another. Let's just introduce the cast. And I think this time around I will introduce them as pairs because that just makes the most sense instead of introducing them as tribes. So the first pair here, we have the Caliente sisters. Of course they had to be here. Absolute icons of the Sims franchise. Nina, she competed on Sims 4 Survivor Worldwide. Made it all the way to 4th place. So she is back here with her sister, Dina. Then we have Jeffrey Landgrab returning here from Sims 4 Survivor Strangerville. He also made it pretty far on his original run. But this time around, he is competing alongside his son, Malcolm Landgrab. Next up, we have another base game pair, Mortimer Goth, here with his daughter, Cassandra Goth. Mortimer was a contestant on Season 2 of Sims 4 Survivor, which was also based on a theme that I borrowed from the Survivor show proper, Brains vs. Brawn vs. Beauty. And of course, they are both related to one of our winners, Bella Goth, the winner of Season 1. So they are trying to get another title into their family. Then we have the only winner that is returning on this cast here. We have Ava Harjo, the winner of Sims 4 Survivor Worldwide. Worldwide has had a very good showing on Sims 4 Survivor, producing a total of 2 winners so far, which is the most of any season, since the winner of All Stars was also from Worldwide. Ava also had a working relationship with Nina on Worldwide, so they might try to resume that relationship. We shall see. But Ava is here alongside their stepchild, Ash Harjo. Then we have Bess Sterling, who was a competitor on Sims 4 Survivor Battle of the Sexes. She made it to the merge, was in the dominant women's alliance, but then she tried to turn on them. It didn't work out for her, and she got the boot the very next episode. But here she is with her boyfriend, Jules Rico. Next, we have someone who did not make it very far. He was a contestant on Sims 4 Survivor Generations, became the 3rd boot, but somehow the fan favorite. We have Rahul Chopra here. And of course, he is competing alongside his mother, Lavina Chopra, the mayor of Henford-on-Bagley. Then we have a fan favorite underdog, Jess Sigworth here competing once again. She was on Sims 4 Survivor Brains vs. Brawn vs. Beauty. Same as Mortimer, though I don't believe they competed on the same tribe at any point on that season, so they didn't really have a working relationship. She is here alongside her husband, Dylan Sigworth. Next, we have Wolfgang Munch coming here from Sims 4 Survivor Battle of the Sexes. He was not well liked on that season, became the merge boot, was just short of the jury spot. Honestly, should have been booted way before the merge, but somehow stuck around. But he is back here with his older brother, Gunther Munch. And then our final pair, Morgan Fires, coming here from Sims 4 Survivor Generations, alongside her sister, Siobhan Fires. Morgan was a very strong strategic player on Generations. However, she ended up getting voted out in 6th place because other players were worried that she had a good shot at winning, so they just booted her out of the game. Alright, that is our cast. I think this is a really fun lineup we have here. Even though this is Blood vs. Water, we are actually not following Blood vs. Water because they did Redemption Island on that season, and I just don't want to deal with that. I find it kind of annoying. I don't want to do Redemption Island. It messes with the elimination order. I'm not a fan of it. So instead, we are doing San Juan del Sur, which of course was also a Blood vs. Water season, though it did not have returning players on that season. But, you know, same concept, so I figured we might as well do San Juan del Sur instead. They do have Exile Island, which I'm also not the biggest fan of, but it's better than Redemption Island in my opinion. So it's the lesser of 2 evils. I decided to give the returning players a little bit of a boost to their stats, a boost to their social and their strategic stats. I just felt like that made a little bit more sense. Since, you know, they are the returning players, the family members are have never played the game before, so they shouldn't really know that much about it. But I did not mess with the physical stat. I feel like that should be pretty even between the 2 tribes, so the family members, they could still steamroll them. We'll see. I also am like, I'm playing around with the stats a little bit. I'm seeing how much it affects the game. Last season, we also messed with the stats a little bit, and there weren't that many differences, I noticed. Like, the returning players didn't do that much better. Of course, a returning player did end up winning that season, but the other three, they did not do that well that season. They were like pre-merge boots. One made it to the merge, but was an early merge boot. So I don't think it affects the season that much since it is so randomized. But we'll see. Maybe if this season is like too much of a steamroll from the returnees, maybe I won't mess with it again. We'll see. I did give all of the pairs a strong relationship, of course. I mean, they are family members, that makes sense. And they are also going to be in alliances, I believe, at the beginning of the game. That also makes sense to me. I mean, you will enter the game with this pre-existing relationship. But I didn't really mess with the returning players' relationships with one another, even though like Nina and Ava should probably have a decent relationship at this point. I didn't really want to mess with it too much because I feel like it just ends up making things way too predictable. But without further ado, let's just get into our first episode. So we got the family relationships here, and like I've been doing in the past 2 seasons, we are just gonna summarize what is happening on the beach. And I think I might just like skip most of this because these early like relationship highlights are usually nothing. Just have a bunch of slight bonds, a few slight dislikes. These probably don't really mean anything, so let's just go to the other beach. Oh, and we do have immunity idols hidden on both beaches, just so you're aware of that. Although, what are we doing on Exile Island then? I don't know. This is also a season that I haven't seen, so going in a little blind, but we'll see what happens. Let's go to reward. One person from each tribe will race through a wood cube while untangling rope and searching for 2 rings. When they reach the first ring, they will use it to retrieve a platform and drag it back. They will then head back into the cube to untangle the rest of the rope and get the second ring. It will be used to retrieve a second platform. The first person to retrieve both platforms and get them across the finish line wins reward for their tribe. Okay. A remaining pair is chosen to compete. The loser will be sent to Exile Island. I don't know. Anyway, Morgan and Siobhan, they're gonna compete. And Siobhan, she wins. So Morgan is gonna go to Exile, I guess. And the family tribe, they win reward, which is a flint and a bag of beans. And Siobhan is gonna send Ash Harjo to Exile as well. Okay. On Exile, we have Ash finding the idol clue, or like getting the idol clue. They are not going to share the idol clue with Morgan. Smart call. But for immunity, we have the family tribe winning immunity. The returnees, they are going to go to the first tribal of the season. First boot is going to be a returning player. Let's see what's going on their beach. We have Ava and Jeffrey with a minor disagreement, which has a lasting impact. And then we have Morgan and Rahul with a small fight, which has a lasting impact. And Rahul with a major meltdown. Oh no. I think Rahul Chopra might be the first boot here. Let's go to the family beach. Jules and Siobhan have a small fight, which has a lasting impact. And then Cassandra has a major meltdown. All right. Let's go to tribal. We got our returning players here. First tribal of the season. It is time to vote. If anyone has the hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now is the time to do so. Nobody stands up, so I'll read the votes. First vote is going to go to Rahul. 1 vote Rahul. Second vote goes to Bess. 1 vote Bess, 1 vote Rahul. Third vote is going to go to Rahul. That's 2 votes Rahul, 1 vote Bess. Fourth vote is going to go to Rahul. That's 3 votes Rahul, 1 vote Bess. 5 votes left. And the fifth vote is going to go to Bess. 3 votes Rahul, 2 votes Bess, 4 votes left. And the next vote goes to Rahul. 4 votes Rahul, 2 votes Bess, 3 votes left. And the first person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor Blood vs. Water, it is Rahul Chopra. Very obvious first boot here on Blood vs. Water. Rahul had a major meltdown. Everybody voted for him, except apparently one other person voted with him. Who was that? Jeffrey Landgrab, he throws a vote on Bess. Okay. Not a smart call here, Jeffrey, but okay. You do you. All right. Well, episode 1 done. Let's go to the next episode. All right, episode 2 here. Returning players down to 8. We can now go through the relationship highlights. There should be something happening. We have Mortimer and Bess with a small bond. Then we have a bunch of slight bonds. No one really disliking each other aside from Jeffrey and Ava and Nina and Bess. Okay. On the family beach, we have Malcolm Landgrab finding the hidden immunity idol. Ash had the clue, but they could not find it. Malcolm finds it without the clue. Nicely done, Malcolm. As for relationships, we have Gunther with a strong dislike toward Cassandra. Okay, probably because Cassandra had that meltdown. Then we have a bunch of slight bonds and a whole lot of slight dislikes. Oh no. Ash Harjo is not well liked. Jules Rico not well liked. Cassandra not well liked. Actually, Jules has a few bonds here. Yeah, kind of a mess, but we'll move on to the challenge, probably reward, I'm guessing. Yes? Okay, so Bess and Jules are going to compete in the exile duel. The winner may choose someone on their tribe to join that person on exile. Okay, so family, they win reward again. The family tribe. Bess is going to go to exile, and Cassandra is going to join her. All right. On exile, we have Cassandra finding the clue, and she's going to share the clue with Bess. All right. Cassandra, of course, cannot find the idol because Malcolm has it, but Bess could find that idol. Let's go to immunity. They're returning players. They win their first immunity of the season. Not going to go to tribal tonight, so let's go to their beach. Let's see what's going on with them. Nina, she finds the hidden immunity idol. Doesn't even need the clue. Same as Malcolm. Nice job, Nina. So Exile Island is going to be completely useless now, I guess. But we have Jeffrey and Nina finding something in common. We have Mortimer and Wolfgang bonding strongly. And we have our first alliance. It is a 6-person alliance. Ava Harjo, Bess Sterling, Jess Sigworth, Morgan Fires, Mortimer Goth, and Wolfgang Munch. So who is not in this alliance? Jeffrey and who else? Nina. Nina's also not in this alliance. She might need that idol. Jeffrey and Nina, however, are bonding, so Underdog Alliance, maybe. I imagine Jeffrey is going to be in trouble before Nina. We shall see. Let's go to the family beach, the tribe go into tribal. We have Malcolm with the idol. We have Jules and Siobhan with a small fight, which has a lasting impact. And then we have Ash and Lavina bonding strongly. And Malcolm has a major meltdown. He might have to play that idol as well. Let's just go to tribal. All right, family tribe here on their first tribal. It is time to vote. If anyone has the hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now's the time to do so. Nobody stands up. Malcolm is not going to use his idol, so I will read the votes. First vote is going to go to Malcolm. 1 vote Malcolm. Second vote goes to Jules. 1 vote Jules. 1 vote Malcolm. Third vote goes to Jules. That's 2 votes Jules. 1 vote Malcolm. 6 votes left. Next vote goes to Jules. That's 3 votes Jules. 1 vote Malcolm. And the next vote goes to Malcolm. 3 votes Jules. 2 votes Malcolm. 4 votes left. And the next vote goes to Malcolm. We're tied. 3 votes Jules. 3 votes Malcolm. 3 votes left. And the next vote goes to Malcolm. 4 votes Malcolm. 3 votes Jules. 2 votes left. And the second person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor Blood vs. Water. It is Malcolm Landgrab with an idol in his pocket. Tribe has spoken, Malcolm. He should have known to play that idol. I mean, he had that major meltdown. There were like no alliances. This is where you burn the idol. But he didn't do it. Malcolm goes out here. First person of the family tribe to be eliminated. He does get some votes with him. Those are Siobhan and Ash. All right. Of course, everybody else votes for Malcolm. Yeah, I don't know. That was a flop. RP Malcolm. We'll move on to episode number 3. Tribes are even now. Let's go to the beaches. On the returning beach, we have Nina with the idol. We have this large alliance here. Now we have Wolfgang and Mortimer with a strong bond. Okay. I mean, Mortimer, goth. Wolfgang is kind of goth-like. He's wearing all black, I guess. Although he is more like punk than goth. But he is wearing eyeliner. That's close enough. We have Nina and Jeffrey with a small bond. We have Nina bonding with Morgan. Redhead Alliance, maybe. We have Mortimer and Bess with a small bond. We have Morgan and Ava with a slight bond. No, I'm not gonna read the slight bonds. Those don't really matter. We do have Mortimer and Morgan with a slight dislike, however. So that's not great because they are in this alliance here. Also, this alliance, it's not super strong. It's only a 5 strength. This could definitely split up if they don't end up getting a vote in. On the other beach, we have the idol hidden again because Malcolm doesn't have it anymore, of course. Then we have Lavina and Ash with a medium bond. Siobhan and Jules with a medium dislike. That makes sense. Siobhan just voted for Jules. We have Jules and Cassandra with a medium dislike. Not sure why this is happening. Gunther and Ash with a medium dislike. Jules and Dina with a medium dislike. Lavina and Dylan with a medium dislike. Then we have Gunther not liking Cassandra. Ash not liking Dylan. This is a disaster tribe. Oh my god, this tribe, they hate each other. Let's go to reward. We have Jess and Dylan. They're gonna compete for a reward, and Jess, she wins. First reward for the returnees. They can choose between comfort items or fishing gear. Doesn't tell me what they decide to pick, but that's okay. Dylan is gonna go to exile, and Ava Harjo is also gonna go to exile. All right, Ava gets the clue. She is not gonna share the clue with Dylan. Okay, but let's go to immunity. The returning players, they win immunity again. Not gonna go to tribal. On their beach, we have Nina with the idol. We have Ava and Bess with a major fight. Oh no. This alliance could be shaky. I feel like they're not gonna even get a vote in before they split up. I don't know. But Bess and Jeffrey also with a minor disagreement, which has a lasting impact. All right. On the family beach, we have Ash and Dina fighting something in common. We have Dylan and Jules with a major fight. And then we have Cassandra and Jules finding something in common. These two didn't like each other. Now they are finding something in common. That's probably a good sign, right? Then we have Cassandra also working hard at camp and becomes tired. Okay, no alliances on this beach. No really relationships either. Maybe Ash and Dina pull something together. I don't know. But I think it's going to be between Dylan and Jules tonight. Since they are having this major fight, they probably just want to split up that Discord. Let's go to tribal. All right, we got the family tribe here. It is time to vote. If anyone has the hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now is the time to do so. Nobody stands up, so I'll read the votes. The first vote is going to go to Dina. One vote Dina. Next vote goes to Jules. That's one vote Dina, one vote Jules. Third vote is going to go to Jules. Two votes Jules, one vote Dina. And the next vote goes to Jules. That's 3 votes Jules, 1 vote Dina, 4 votes left. Fifth vote is going to go to Dina. 3 votes Jules, 2 votes Dina, 3 votes left. And the next vote goes to Jules. 4 votes Jules, 2 votes Dina, 2 votes left. And the next vote goes to Dina. 4 votes Jules, 3 votes Dina, 1 vote left. We could tie here. But the third person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor Blood versus Water is going to be Jules Rico. Tribe has spoken. I feel like it kind of makes sense. He got some votes in the last tribal. He has been rubbing people the wrong way. People don't really like him. He was fighting with people. You know, it makes sense. He pulls in 2 votes, however. One is Lavina Chopra, and the other is Cassandra. Cassandra and Jules were, of course, bonding in this episode. Jules didn't really need that much more to survive, but unfortunately for him, he does go out here. Can we read anything into this vote turnout? Not really. I was thinking if like some people have been voting together in the last tribal and this tribal, but it's only really like Dylan and Gunther and I guess Dina and maybe Ash. No, Ash voted for Jules in the last tribal, I think. And maybe Siobhan has also been voting with them. I don't know. No, Siobhan also voted Jules. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Dina, Dylan, and Gunther have some sort of an alliance forming. I don't know. Let's go to episode number 4. On the returning beach, we have Nina with the idol, of course. We have this alliance. Everybody's still at a 5 somehow. Wolfgang now with an unbreakable relationship toward Mortimer. Okay. Not sure how that happened. Maybe Wolfgang has daddy issues because he doesn't have a dad. Sees Mortimer as a father figure on this tribe for him. I don't know. But Mortimer only with a strong bond. Still pretty good. Not unbreakable, however. We have Nina bonding with Jeffrey and vice versa. And then we have Bess and Ava with a medium dislike now. They were, of course, fighting in the last episode, right? I think that's right. Mortimer and Bess with a small bond. Wolfgang and Ava with a small bond. And then we have some slight bonds. All right. On the family beach, we still have the idol hidden. We have Dina and Ash with a strong bond now. Lavina and Ash also with a strong bond. Okay. Ash maybe pulling in these 2 women for an alliance. I don't know. We have Gunther and Ash with a medium dislike. Lavina and Dylan with a medium dislike. Then we have some slight bonds. Gunther does not seem to be super well liked on this tribe. I imagine he could be in trouble if they go to tribal again. But let's go to a reward. We have Ash and Ava. They're going to compete. And Ava, she's going to win the duel, which means returning players are going to win the reward. And they get another choice. Again, doesn't tell me what they choose. But Ash is going to go to exile. Jess also going to go to exile. All right. On exile, we have Ash finding the clue. And they are not going to share the clue, which is the second time that Ash gets this clue, right? Although the idol is going to be in a different spot now, right? I don't know. Let's go to immunity. The returning players on a winning streak. They win again. Not going to go to tribal tonight. We will start on their beach. We have Nina with the idol. We have Jeffrey and Morgan bonding slightly, which has a lasting impact. And then Ava and Morgan have a small fight. And something is happening with the big alliance. It dissolves. It's done. However, a new alliance is formed. They kick out Ava Harjo, bring in Jeffrey Landgrab. Also Nina. Kick out Ava Harjo and Wolfgang, pull in Jeffrey and Nina. Huh. Mortimer is not gonna work with Wolfgang, like officially. That's weird. Okay, so the people on the outs now are Ava Harjo and Wolfgang Munch. This is a huge power shift here, but also Jeffrey, working hard at camp, becomes tired. All right. On the family tribe, we have the idol hidden. We have Dylan and Gunther with a major fight, which has a lasting impact. Okay, Gunther is done, I think. But we have our first alliance on the family beach. It is, as I said, Ash Harjo pulling in Dina Caliente and Lavina Chopra into a 3-person alliance. This could be very strong if they are able to hold together. I don't know how Dina and Lavina feel about each other. If they have some sort of connection, maybe they can develop that a little bit better and really become a tight trio. But Ash Harjo is all in on this. They have a loyalty of 8. So let's see if they are able to pull in votes here at Tribal. All right, we got the family tribe here down to 7. It is time to vote. If anyone has the hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now is the time to do so. Nobody stands up, so I'll read the votes. First vote is going to go to Dylan. 1 vote Dylan. Second vote goes to Gunther. 1 vote Dylan. 1 vote Gunther. 5 votes left. Third vote is going to go to Dylan. That's 2 votes Dylan. 1 vote Gunther. Fourth vote is going to go to Gunther. We're tied. 2 votes Dylan. 2 votes Gunther. 3 votes left. And the next vote goes to Gunther. 3 votes Gunther. 2 votes Dylan. 2 votes left. And the fourth person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor Blood versus Water. It is Gunther Munch. The tribe has spoken. Gunther, he was just rubbing everybody the wrong way. He was fighting with Dylan, fighting with other people. This family tribe is such a disaster. I don't know how they are functioning, because they are not. Who votes for Dylan? It is Gunther and Siobhan. All right. Siobhan, I don't really know what she's doing. She seems completely lost in this game. She has only voted correctly once. Otherwise, she's been mostly kept out of the vote, so I don't think that's great for her. But we'll move on to episode number 5. All right, we got returning players at 8, family members now down to 6, but we have a twist, which I'm assuming is going to be a tribe swap. Yes, it is. It is a tribe swap, so we have new tribes. Our new tribes are... remaining on the returning tribe is Nina Caliente, Beth Sterling, Morgan Fires, Jess Sigworth, and Mortimer Goth. And coming on over from the family tribe is Dina Caliente and Ash Harjo. So Nina and Dina, they are reunited. Our first familial connection that is going to be moving forward together as a unit. Of course, Nina is in that larger alliance with, I believe, everybody on the returning player tribe. So I think Ash Harjo is going to be in trouble here, since Nina is going to advocate for Dina, probably. But what if they go to tribal twice? Nina is going to have to make a decision, stick with the returning players or try to make something else happen with Dina. That could be interesting. However, on the family tribe, we have remaining Siobhan Fires, Dylan Sigworth, Cassandra Goth, and Lavina Chopra. And coming on over from the returnee tribe, we have Jeffrey Landgrab, Ava Harjo, and Wolfgang Munch. Not a single duo here. Like, there is no familial pair here. Wolfgang and Jeffrey, of course, have lost their family members. And Ash is on the other tribe, so Ava's family member is not on this tribe. And then we have Siobhan, Dylan, and Cassandra. Their family members remain on the other tribe, and Lavina Chopra also has lost her family member. That's kind of an interesting draw here. All right, on the returning beach, we have Nina with the idol, We have Nina and Dina now united together. Then we have this larger alliance, which is everybody aside from Jeffrey. And then we have the Ash Harjo alliance, which is now Ash and Dina on this tribe. Dina and Ash have a strong bond. Nina and Dina have a strong bond, of course. Then we have a Jess with a small bond toward Bess. We have Morgan and Jess with a small bond. Mortimer and Bess with a small bond. And then we have some slight bonds. Jess and Dina, however, are not getting along. So that could be not great. Jess does, however, like Ash. All right, let's go to the other beach. We have Ava Harjo finding the hidden immunity idol. She probably believes that she has to do whatever it takes to get to the end. Otherwise, it's going to be an obvious target for everybody. We have Jeffrey by himself. Unfortunate draw for him. We also have Lavina by herself. Otherwise, there are no alliances on this beach, so far at least. We have Wolfgang and Ava with a medium bond. We have Lavina and Dylan with a medium dislike toward one another. Dylan and Cassandra with a slight bond. Actually, these are just slight bonds. We'll ignore those. Those don't really mean anything. So immunity is going to go to the family tribe. This is the tribe with no alliances. All right, interesting. Which means that Nina and Dina potentially have to make something happen on the returning tribe. Let's see what they do. We have Ash and Morgan with a small fight. All right, maybe they don't have to do anything. I think Ash might be done. Probably. Let's go to the other beach. All right, we got Ava now with the idol. We got Cassandra and Wolfgang bonding slightly, which has a lasting impact. We have Wolfgang impressing the rest of the team and Dylan impressing the rest of the team. All right, happy tribe here. Everybody getting along. But we have an alliance, our first cross-tribal alliance. It is Ava Harjo, Siobhan Fires, and Wolfgang Munch. So this is Ava and Wolfgang, definitely with their medium bond pulling in Siobhan. Maybe they have a bond with Morgan as well, and they're like, we like your sister. We can totally work together once we get to the merge. But let's go to tribal. Let's see what the returning players do, or the returnee tribe, I should say. All right, we got the newly formed returnee tribe here. Ash Harjo, Bess Sterling, Dina Caliente, Jess Sigworth, Morgan Fires, Mortimer Goth, and Nina Caliente. It is time to vote. And if anyone has the hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now is the time to do so. Nobody stands up, so I'll read the votes. First vote goes to Jess. One vote Jess. Second vote goes to Ash. One vote Ash, one vote Jess. 5 votes left. And the third vote goes to Jess. 2 votes Jess, 1 vote Ash. Fourth vote is going to go to Ash. We're tied. 2 votes Ash, 2 votes Jess. Well, it's so hard for me to say both of those names in succession. All right, 3 votes left. And the next one goes to Jess. 3 votes Jess, 2 votes Ash. 2 votes left. Are the returning players flipping on Jess? Let's find out. The next vote, it goes to Dina. What? 3 votes Jess, 2 votes Ash, 1 vote Dina for some reason, and 1 vote left. And the last vote is gonna go to Ash. We're tied. 3 votes Ash, 3 votes Jess, 1 vote Dina. We have a tie between Ash Harjo and Jess Sigworth. So they will not vote. Dina is safe. Everybody else is gonna go vote. And let's read the votes. First vote is gonna go to Jess. 1 vote Jess. Second vote goes to Ash. 1 vote Ash, 1 vote Jess. 3 votes left. And the third vote goes to Jess. 2 votes Jess, 1 vote Ash. 2 votes left. And the next vote goes to Ash. 2 votes Ash, 2 votes Jess. 1 vote left. And the 5th person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor, Blood versus Water, is gonna be Ash Harjo. 3 versus 2. Ash, the tribe has spoken. Honestly, shocked that it was a tie in the first place. We have to check out what happened. The Ash votes are Bess, Jess, and Morgan. I just realized that I have Bess and Jess on this season. Bess and Jess and Dina and Nina. Couldn't get better than that. The Jess votes are Ash, Dina, and Nina. So Dina and Nina, they do try to flip it on Jess. And Mortimer votes for Dina. I think Nina was trying to pull off a plurality vote here. She was trying to get the returning players to split their votes between Dina and Ash. selling them that they might play an idol, and maybe Jess sniffed it out, voted for Ash. Perhaps she was supposed to be a Dina vote. I'm assuming that's what happened. Anyway, of course, Mortimer was the Dina vote. He flips on the revote. Impressive move by Nina. She tried, but it didn't work out. So Ash Harjo gets voted out here. They had a lot of promise. They formed some strong bonds, had that alliance, pulled in Dina and Lavina. Another name that rhymes. This was not planned. But yeah, Ash Harjo gets the boot here. Gets kind of swap screwed, but that's okay. We'll move on to episode number 6. We have the returnees now down to 6. Family members down to 7. Let's go to the beaches. We have Nina with the idol. We of course have Dina and Nina with their familial connection. And then we have the large alliance. Still everybody out of 5, even though Nina voted against them. I don't know. All right, we have Mortimer and Bess with a strong bond. We have, of course, Nina and Dina with a strong bond. And we have Nina and Jess with a small bond. Even though Nina just voted for Jess. I don't know. Morgan and Jess with a small bond. Jess and Bess with a small bond. Jess and Dina with a slight dislike. And then we have a bunch of slight bonds. Nina and Bess also with a slight dislike. All right. Although Bess does like Dina. All right. On the other beach, we have Ava with the idol, of course. We have this new alliance, Ava, Siobhan, and Wolfgang. Wolfgang and Ava now with a strong bond. Wolfgang and Cassandra with a strong bond now. I don't know how that happens. I guess they bonded over being teens and wearing black. I don't know. But Wolfgang, surprisingly, with a really good social game. He was very much not well liked on his original run. But this time around, he is getting along with the people on his tribes. Guess it goes to show that it all depends on what your cast is like. We have Jeffrey and Dylan with a medium bond. We have Wolfgang with a small bond toward Jeffrey. Siobhan and Ava with a small bond. Lavina and Dylan with a medium dislike. Siobhan and Dylan with a medium dislike. Wow, the original family member tribe, they did not like Dylan. Wolfgang and Siobhan with a small bond. Dylan and Cassandra with a slight bond. And Lavina and Ava with a slight dislike. Okay. Reward. We have Mortimer and Cassandra. They compete, and Cassandra, she wins against her father. So Mortimer is going to go to exile, and he's going to go with Jeffrey. The two base game dads, they're going to go to exile together. Mortimer gets the idol clue. He's going to share it with Jeffrey, extending an olive branch perhaps, even though their two families have been beefing for generations. Just goes to show you that the Goths are far superior than the Landgrabs, as we all know. However, immunity, it is going to go to the returning tribe. So that's the tribe that just went to tribal. Also, I just realized it is only women and Mortimer. Okay. But they're not going to go to tribal tonight. Let's go to their beach. We have Nina with the idol and also with a major meltdown. Okay. Jess is impressing the rest of the team. And Morgan and Nina bond slightly. This redhead alliance that I'm gonna dub, I think it's forming. I'm waiting for it to happen. Maybe Morgan tries to join up with the Caliente sisters. Or maybe these two pairs of sisters are gonna work together at the merge. I mean, they are some of the pairs that are still intact. Most of them have split up at this point. That could be an exciting development. But it's gonna depend on how Morgan feels about Dean, I guess. On the family beach, the tribe going to tribal, nothing happens. Okay. I think Dylan is done. Probably, let's just go to tribal. We got the family tribe here at their first tribal post-swap. We got Ava, we got Cassandra, Dylan, Jeffrey, Lavina, Siobhan, and Wolfgang. It is time to vote. If anyone has the hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now is the time to do so. Nobody stands up, so I'll read the votes. First vote is going to go to Lavina. 1 vote Lavina. Second vote goes to Dylan. 1 vote Dylan, 1 vote Lavina. Third vote is going to go to Dylan. 2 votes Dylan, 1 vote Lavina. 4 votes left. Fourth vote is going to go to Dylan. 3 votes Dylan, 1 vote Lavina. 3 votes left. And the 6th person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor Blood vs. Water. It is Dylan Sigworth. Tribe has spoken. Unanimous vote here. Everybody votes for him. Aside from him, he votes for Lavina. Dylan, of course, not well liked on his tribe, not well liked by his original tribe, not even well liked by the returning players who joined this tribe, although I believe he had a decent relationship with Jeffrey. Not a surprise that he goes out here. We'll just move on. All right, we're down to the final 12, and it is the merge. We have the new family reunion tribe here. Kind of weird to have 2 tribes with the word family in it, but it's fine. Anyway, the players that make the merge are Dina Caliente, Nina Caliente, Jeffrey Landgrab, Beth Sterling, Ava Harjo, Wolfgang Munch, Morgan Fires, Siobhan Fires, Jess Sigworth, Cassandra Goff, Mortimer Goff, and Lavina Chopra. So we have 3 sets of pairs here. Dina and Nina, we have Morgan and Siobhan, and then we have Cassandra and Mortimer. We have Ava and Nina with their respective idols. And then we have the large returning alliance, still intact somehow. Bess, Jeffrey, Jess, Morgan, Mortimer, and Nina. Not sure how Jeffrey survived that other tribe, but he did, and he is gonna live to tell the tale. But then we have the Ash Harjo Alliance, in memoriam of Ash Harjo Alliance, Dina and Lavina. This is not a very strong alliance, but they also haven't really been on the same tribe for a while. We'll see if they stick together. And then we have the Family Alliance, the Cross-Tribal Alliance, Ava Harjo, Siobhan Fires, and Wolfgang Munch. So this is interesting because Ava and Wolfgang were not a part of the Returnee Alliance, or they were a part of the original Returnee Alliance, but then they were kicked out of that. So this is going to be a battle between the Returnee Alliance and the Family Alliance, I think. But then we also have these like relationships. So I'd imagine that like Nina, Morgan, and Mortimer are going to want to protect their respective family member. And maybe Bess, Jeffrey, and Jess would like to get rid of them so they won't turn on them. I don't know. But we have Wolfgang and Mortimer with an unbreakable relationship. I don't know when that happened, but somehow, I don't know. We also have Siobhan and Morgan with an unbreakable relationship, of course. Nina and Dina with an unbreakable relationship. And Wolfgang and Cassandra with an unbreakable relationship. Okay, Wolfgang has just decided to be an honorary goth. All right. Wolfgang adopted into the goth family. He also has a strong bond with Ava Harjo. Then we have Mortimer and Bess with a strong bond, Mortimer and Cassandra with a strong bond. So Mortimer and Cassandra, even though they are blood related, they have a stronger bond with Wolfgang separately. Okay. They, of course, haven't really been on the same tribe, so maybe that's why. But we have Morgan and Jess with a medium bond. We have Nina and Jeffrey with a medium bond. I don't know when this happened, but okay. And Bess and Ava with a medium dislike. Okay. Interesting. Maybe Ava holding on to a grudge for getting kicked out of the alliance. Let's go to immunity. We have Jess Sigworth winning immunity. She had multiple immunity wins on her original run. Maybe she can replicate that success here. But let's go to the beach. We have Ava with the idol. We have Nina with the idol. No new idol hidden, by the way. I imagine it might be hidden if one of these people use their idol or get voted out with the idol. But we have Ava and Bess spotting slightly. They had that medium dislike. Maybe they are mending fences. But Nina has a major meltdown. You know, you don't call her Caliente for nothing. Let's just go to tribal. Let's see who the merge boot is going to be. We got the family reunion tribe here, the merge tribe. Ava, Bess, Cassandra, Dina, Jeffrey, Jess, Lavina, Morgan, Mortimer, Nina, Siobhan, and Wolfgang. Jess has the necklace, cannot be voted for tonight. Everybody else is eligible. It is time to vote. If anyone has the hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now is the time to do so. Nobody stands up. So I'll read the votes. First vote is going to go to Lavina. 1 vote Lavina. Second vote goes to Siobhan. 1 vote Lavina, 1 vote Siobhan. Third vote is going to go to Lavina. 2 votes Lavina, 1 vote Siobhan. 9 votes left. Fourth vote is going to go to Lavina. 3 votes Lavina, 1 vote Siobhan. 8 votes left. And the fifth vote goes to Lavina. 6th vote goes to Lavina. 5 votes Lavina, 1 vote Siobhan. And the next vote goes to Lavina as well. 6 votes Lavina, 1 vote Siobhan. 5 votes left. And the 7th person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor Blood versus Water. It is Lavina Chopra. Tribe has spoken. A unanimous vote here at the merge. That is wild. Literally everybody votes for Lavina aside from Lavina, who votes for Siobhan. This never happens on the merge in Brand Steel, but I don't know. I guess just everybody was on the same page, decided that Lavina Chopra was not a boon for anybody's game. They were willing to get rid of her. This is very much a new era merge boot. All right, Lavina Chopra, first boot of the merge, does not make the jury, I believe. We'll move on to the next episode. All right, we got the final 11 here. The beginning of the jury, I believe. We got Ava and Nina with the idols. We got our pairs here. We got the big alliance, which sticking by each other, 5 strength, going strong. And then we have the Ava and Wolfgang alliance. Siobhan only at a 5 here. She might jump ship. But we have our unbreakable relationship. Now Nina and Jeffrey have an unbreakable relationship. What? This is a very relationship heavy season. So many unbreakable bonds. We have Wolfgang and Ava with a strong bond. We have Mortimer and Bess with a strong bond. Mortimer and Cassandra with a strong bond. Nina and Bess now with a medium dislike. That's not promising. They're in that big alliance, right? And Nina and Jess with a medium bond now. Even though Nina absolutely tried to vote Jess out of the game. I don't know. I guess it's forgiven and forgotten. Immunity is gonna... No, wait. Reward! Reward is gonna go to Ava Harjo, Bess Sterling, Cassandra Goth, Mortimer Goth, and Wolfgang Munch. Or Wolfgang Goth, I should say. Honorary Goth. Siobhan, she does not get to participate. But they also get to send someone to exile. The winners, they decide to send Morgan to exile. So what is she gonna do there? Is there gonna be an idol there? Yes. And Morgan finds it. Nice job, Morgan. So we have 3 idols in the game now. That's kind of a lot. But that's okay. Usually in Brad Steel, they just waste their idols, so it'll probably be fine. Let's go to immunity. Jess Sigworth wins her 2nd consecutive immunity. Maybe she wants to beat Mickey Yarmolino's record. She's gonna have to get to 6 immunity wins if she's gonna make that happen, but I think 1 slip up and she's out probably, right? On the beach, we have Ava and Nina with the idol, and now Morgan also with an idol. We have Cassandra and Dina with a minor disagreement, and Cassandra and Nina with a major fight. And then Morgan with a major meltdown. Cassandra picking a fight with the Caliente sisters. This is probably not great for Cassandra, to be honest. Or honestly, not even the Caliente sisters either. I don't know. But the meltdown by Morgan, maybe she was mad that she was sent to exile. I don't know. I mean, she ended up getting an idol, so I imagine she can't be that mad, right? This could be unrelated, but something is happening with this alliance. Nina, she's out. She doesn't want to be in the alliance anymore. She's over the Goths. The Caliente sisters, maybe they are declaring war on the Goths. Doesn't want to work with Mortimer anymore. She's over it. This is probably not promising for the Calientes, I imagine. Maybe Nina might have to whip out that idol. Let's go to Tribal. All right, we got the final 11 here. Jess, once again, with the immunity necklace, cannot be voted for tonight. Everybody else is eligible. It is time to vote. If anyone has the hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now is the time to do so. Nina Caliente is gonna stand up. She's gonna use her idol. And she's gonna use it on her sister, Dina Caliente. Any votes cast against Dina will not count. I will read the votes. Very exciting. First vote is gonna go to... Dina does not count. 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 Oh my god. Incredible. Dina does not count. 6 votes against Dina. All have not counted. And the next one goes to... Dina does not count. 7 votes not counted. Dina does not count. 8 votes not counted. Dina does not count. 9 votes negated. This is the record, official record. Nina Caliente has broken the record for most votes cancelled by an idol. I imagine the last 2 votes are gonna be Nina and Dina's votes. Let's see who they decide to give the boot to. The next vote is gonna go to Cassandra. 1 vote Cassandra. And the 8th person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor Blood vs. Water. First member of the jury, Cassandra Goth. The Caliente sisters, they idol out Cassandra. The tribe has spoken. Incredible. Incredible move. Nina, wow. Okay. Holy shit. Cassandra, though, she played a good game. She had some good relationships. I think she would have been in it for the long haul if she had not like started fighting with the Caliente sisters. You don't want to get on their bad side. I mean, they already potentially got rid of her mom in The Sims 2. I think Cassandra should have known better. But she becomes the first member of the jury, gets the boot here, 11th place. We'll move on to the next episode. Final 10. I'm still reeling from that idol play. That was crazy. But we got the final 10 here. Let's go to the beach. All right, we got 2 idols now. Ava with an idol, Morgan with an idol. We have Nina and Dina. Their relationship actually went down after that idol play. What? Or their loyalty, I guess. But, I mean, it's still at 8, though. So, you know. We got Morgan and Siobhan. Siobhan is only at a loyalty of 6. What? Why? Yeah, anyway. The returnee alliance, now down to 5. It is now Bess, Jeffrey, Jess, Morgan, and Mortimer. And then we have the family alliance still together. Siobhan also up to a 6 here. So she definitely wants to stick with Ava and Wolfgang, I'm assuming. And maybe she's seeing that Morgan has this bigger thing going on. That's why she's not like fully loyal to Morgan. But I feel like these 3, they have been kind of flying under the radar. And they could definitely like just slide through while this like returnee versus Caliente drama goes on. I don't know. But we have our unbreakable relationships. Wolfgang and Mortimer, Wolfgang and Ava, Siobhan and Morgan, Nina and Jeffrey, Nina and Dina. And now we have Nina and Jess with an unbreakable relationship. Okay. And also Mortimer and Bess with an unbreakable relationship. There are so many unbreakable relationships this season. All right, maybe Bess Sterling is going to be the next honorary goth member. I don't know. Mortimer trying to replace his daughter. But we have Morgan and Ava with a strong dislike. Oh, that's not good. I mean, Ava is working with Morgan's sister. Maybe Morgan is anti-winner. She's like, why is she still here? Why is Ava Harjo still in the game? Like, she won already. What are we doing? But we also have Nina and Bess with a strong dislike. And then Jess with a medium bond toward Ava. All right. We go to reward, and the people who win reward are Ava, Bess, Dina, Jess, and Morgan. All right. And they decide to send Jeffrey to exile. Is there going to be another idol hidden? We'll find out. No. No idol. Jeffrey's just chilling. But let's go to immunity. Jess with her 3rd consecutive win. She is gunning for that record. 3 for 3 for Jess. Safe from tribal tonight. Once again, let's go to the beach. All right, we got Ava with the idol. We got Morgan with an idol. And we have Morgan and Siobhan with a small fight, which has a lasting impact. Okay. Sisters fighting. I think Siobhan is like, Morgan, you have all these relationships that I'm not a part of. Why don't you include me in things? I thought we were in it together. I'm gonna have to carve my own path in this game. We also have Siobhan impressing the rest of the team, all right? And Jess and Wolfgang bond slightly, which has a lasting impact. But we have something happening with the big alliance. Jeffrey, he's out. He's also completely worn out, but is not giving up. All right, so Jeffrey, I think he's gonna join the Calientes. Oasis Springs Alliance, potentially, I don't know. He has that unbreakable relationship with Nina. She was the one keeping him in this alliance, and now she's gone, so he's like, all right, I'm also out. All right, let's go to tribal. We got the final 10 here. We got Jess with the necklace, cannot be voted for tonight. Everybody else is eligible. It is time to vote. If anyone has the hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now is the time to do so. Nobody stands up, so I'll read the votes. First vote is gonna go to Nina. 1 vote Nina. Second vote goes to Bess. 1 vote Bess. 1 vote Nina. Third vote is gonna go to Nina. 2 votes Nina. 1 vote Bess. 7 votes left. The fourth vote is gonna go to Bess. We're tied. 2 votes Bess. 2 votes Nina. And the fifth vote goes to Bess. 3 votes Bess. 2 votes Nina. 5 votes left. And the next vote goes to Nina. We're tied again. 3 votes Bess, 3 votes Nina, 4 votes left. And the next vote goes to Nina. That's 4 votes Nina, 3 votes Bess, 3 votes left. And the next vote goes to Bess. We're tied again. 4 votes Bess, 4 votes Nina, 2 votes left. And the next vote goes to Bess. 5 votes Bess, 4 votes Nina, 1 vote left. Are we gonna tie? Let's find out. 9th person voted our Sims 4 Survivor Blood vs. Water. 2nd member of the jury, Bess Sterling. Holy shit, that large alliance, it is falling apart. Bess, the tribe has spoken. She failed to flip last time. Now she got flipped on. Bess at least makes it twice to the merge on her tenure here on Survivor. Not a bad showing, but she does rank lower this time around. I feel like she wasn't really able to get her game running the way she wanted to. So she goes out here. The best votes are Ava, Dina, Jeffrey, Jess, Nina, and Wolfgang. And the Nina votes are Bess, Morgan, Mortimer, and Siobhan. Okay. So Jess flips on Bess. Interesting. Because we have the larger alliance, Bess, Morgan, and Mortimer. They vote for Nina. Jeffrey left the alliance. He votes for Bess. And Nina also out of the alliance. Jess flips on them. That is wild. Siobhan also not voting with Ava and Wolfgang here. She decides to vote with her sister. So even though Siobhan and Morgan are fighting, they are still sisters. They are gonna still stick together. All right, I imagine this larger returning alliance, they are target number 1, 2, and 3 now. Morgan, I definitely see being in trouble. However, Mortimer has really good relationships with people outside the alliance, and Jess also has pretty good relationships with people outside the alliance. However, remember, Morgan has that idol, so maybe she's gonna be safe. I don't know. We'll move on. Episode number 10. We have the final 9 here. On the beach, we have Ava with an idol. We have Morgan with an idol. We have our final 2 pairs here. The 2 sisters, Dina and Nina, and then Morgan and Siobhan. The returning alliance, it is down to 3, Jess, Morgan, and Mortimer. The under the radar family cross-tribal alliance, it is Ava, Siobhan, and Wolfgang. Still sticking together, still 7 strong. This alliance is stronger than the returning alliance. We have Nina and Jess now with an unbreakable relationship. Okay. So many unbreakable relationships. These people, they love each other. Aside from Morgan and Ava, they have an extreme hatred toward one another. Morgan, she is like, why the fuck is Ava here? Why? Why? She won already. Let's get rid of her. And nobody's listening. Anyway, Mortimer and Dina with a medium bond. Okay. So even though the Calientes voted out his daughter, he's like, well, it's still a game. I'm still in it. I have to suck up to them. Then we have Siobhan and Ava with a small bond and Jess and Ava with a small bond. All right. Let's go to reward, right? Yeah. Nina, she's not going to compete, but Ava, Jeffrey, Morgan, and Wolfgang, they win reward. They win an opportunity to deliver baseball gear and snacks to kids. And they also decide to send Siobhan to exile. All right. Siobhan goes to exile. There's no idol there. She finds nothing. So let's go to immunity. Does Jess win immunity once again? No. Ava Harjo, she wins her first immunity. Not in her Sims 4 Survivor career, but in this season. Jess is gonna be, for the first time, eligible to be voted for at the merge. All right, let's go to the beach. We got Ava with the idol. We got Morgan with the idol. Ava and Dina have a minor disagreement, which has a lasting impact. And then Siobhan is impressing the rest of the team. And then something is happening with the returning alliance. Jess, she's out. Every single episode, somebody has left this alliance. This alliance was a mess. Anyway, Morgan and Mortimer now the final 2 of this alliance. The 2 people that start with the letters MOR. So I'm gonna call this the More Alliance. Probably because it leaves you wanting more. You wanted more from them, and they could not deliver. Let's go to Tribal. Alright, we got the merge tribe here. Ava has the necklace, cannot be voted for tonight. Everybody else is eligible. It is time to vote. If anyone has the hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now's the time to do so. Nobody stands up. So I'll read the votes. First vote is gonna go to Wolfgang. 1 vote Wolfgang. Second vote goes to Dina. 1 vote Dina, 1 vote Wolfgang. Third vote is gonna go to Jess. Not surprising, I mean, she's won like every immunity. 1 vote Dina, 1 vote Jess, 1 vote Wolfgang, 6 votes left. And the next vote goes to Dina. 2 votes Dina, 1 vote Jess, 1 vote Wolfgang. And the next vote goes to Wolfgang. That's 2 votes Dina, 2 votes Wolfgang, 1 vote Jess, and 4 votes left. The next vote goes to Dina. That's 3 votes Dina, 2 votes Wolfgang, 1 vote Jess. And the next vote goes to Dina. That's 4 votes Dina, 2 votes Wolfgang, 1 vote Jess, 2 votes left. And the 10th person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor Blood versus Water, 3rd member of the jury, it is Dina Caliente. Dina, the tribe has spoken. She was saved for 1 tribal, But after that, she wasn't really able to form bonds to keep her around for longer. Neither was really Nina. They needed to go a little harder, get some alliances in there, and they could not do that. So Dina goes out here. Let's see who voted who. We got Ava voting for Dina. Oh, I can see it at the bottom here. So we got Ava, Jeffrey, Jess, Morgan, Siobhan, and Wolfgang voting for Nina. Or not Nina, Dina. So that is that Ava, Siobhan, and Wolfgang alliance. Siobhan pulls in Morgan, of course. And Jeffrey and Jess just tag along. Honestly, Jess has voted correctly every single time, even though she's not aligned with anybody that she is voting with. So that's kind of interesting. Dina and Nina, they throw their votes on Wolfgang. And then Mortimer is the only Jess vote. All right. I mean, Jess left the alliance. Jess also has won like every immunity. Not a bad call here, but he doesn't get his way though. Kind of weird that Morgan would not tip him off. But we'll move on to the next episode. All right, final 8. Let's go to the beach. Ava with an idol, Morgan with an idol. Our only remaining pair in the game, it is now Morgan Fires and Siobhan Fires. They are up to a 9 strength. They are sticking together. They were fighting for a little bit, but, you know, blood is thicker than water, as it turns out. We also have the returning alliance. It is Morgan and Mortimer, the Moore alliance. Mortimer down to 4. He might be jumping ship. I think this alliance is done. But we also have this underdog alliance. Ava, Siobhan, and Wolfgang. Siobhan is sticking in it at a solid 6. Wolfgang and Ava up to an 8. They, of course, have their unbreakable relationship. Wolfgang and Mortimer with their honorary goth unbreakable relationship. Nina with an unbreakable relationship toward Jess. And vice versa. Okay. Siobhan and Morgan. Nina and Jeffrey. And then we have Morgan and Ava with their extreme hatred. Siobhan and Nina with a strong bond now. Okay. Siobhan and Ava with a strong bond too. Okay. And then Wolfgang and Jeffrey with a medium bond. I would like to know what the relationship between Siobhan and Wolfgang is, but I guess it's not on the list because we have so many unbreakable relationships, but that's okay. Let's go to reward, I believe. Yes. Jeffrey, he wins reward, and he's gonna take Wolfgang and Nina with him on reward, and he's gonna send Morgan to exile again. All right. She finds nothing because she already has the idol. Let's go to immunity. Is Jess gonna get her 4th win here? No. Nina. She does it for her sister. She wins immunity. She's like, this one's for you, Dina. I'm getting that necklace. I'm gonna fuck shit up. All right, let's go to the beach. We have Jess and Wolfgang with a major fight. Oh no. And then, of course, the Moore Alliance, the returning alliance, it is done. It dissolves, it's over. The returning players not working together anymore. We'll go to tribal. All right, final 8 here. We got Nina with the necklace. She cannot be voted for tonight. Dina is on the sidelines cheering her on. And we are yelling at her to shut up because she's not allowed to talk while she's on the jury. But everybody else is going to be eligible. It is time to vote. If anyone has the hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now is the time to do so. Nobody stands up. These people are very conservative with their idols. They don't want to use them unless they know they need them. But I think this could easily be Morgan's time to go, so I don't know. We'll see. I'll read the votes. First vote is going to go to Jess. 1 vote Jess. Second vote goes to Ava. 1 vote Ava. 1 vote Jess. 6 votes left. Okay, I guess they are like, all right, it is time to get one of the threats out here. Jess, the compies, she has to go. Ava, the winner, she has to go. Let's get rid of them. Or maybe I'm speaking too soon. Let's find out. The next one goes to Jess. 2 votes Jess, 1 vote Ava. 5 votes left. And the next one goes to Jess. That's 3 votes Jess, 1 vote Ava. Next one goes to Jeffrey. Okay. 3 votes Jess, 1 vote Ava, 1 vote Jeffrey. 3 votes left. And the next vote goes to Jeffrey. That's 3 votes Jess, 2 votes Jeffrey, 1 vote Ava, 2 votes left. And the next vote goes to Jeffrey. What? Okay, 3 votes Jeffrey, 3 votes Jess, 1 vote Ava, 1 vote left. So Ava is safe unless they tie and go to rocks, I guess. But I don't think that's gonna happen. Let's find out what happens. The last vote is gonna go to the 11th person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor Blood versus Water. 4th member of the jury. It's Jeffrey. What? Okay, Jeffrey gets voted out here. The tribe has spoken. I'm so shocked. I did not expect it to be Jeffrey. I mean, we got Jess the cop beast and Ava the previous winner. And they're like, no, you know what? Jeffrey Landgrab, he has to go. He's gotta go. So he is out here. Who is the one voting this? So we got Jess, Morgan, Mortimer, and Siobhan. What? The Ava vote is Nina. Okay. And then Ava, Jeffrey, and Wolfgang vote for Jess. So Siobhan does not vote with Ava and Wolfgang here. Instead, she goes with her sister to pull off a move. And even though Morgan and Mortimer are no longer aligned, they do vote together. Jess also not aligned with them, but still also votes with them. So there are still remnants of that returning alliance, even though they have officially broken up. That doesn't mean they're not working together. They take out Jeffrey here. Wild tribal. I have no idea how Jess is slipping through all of these tribals while she is vulnerable after winning 3 immunities in a row. Like, what? What are you guys doing? Why are you letting her slip past? I don't know. But we'll move on to the next episode, episode 12. All right, we got the final 7 here. We have Ava with the idol, Morgan with the idol. Morgan and Siobhan, they are the only pair. And then we have our mixed alliance. We also have our unbreakable relationships, Wolfgang and Mortimer. Wait, Mortimer is not with an unbreakable relationship towards Wolfgang anymore. No, he is. He's just down here. Okay. Then we got Wolfgang and Ava. We got Siobhan and Nina. I kind of want to see what they are going to do. Like, they have this unbreakable relationship, but they're not really working together. So kind of want to see if they pull something together here. We still have Morgan and Ava with their extreme hatred. I don't know why Morgan is not going against Ava. If she hates her so much, she's so against Ava. But then she takes out Jeffrey when she could have had the votes to take out Ava. I don't know. Siobhan and Morgan, they have an unbreakable relationship, of course, and then Nina and Jess. And then we have Siobhan and Ava with a strong bond, Wolfgang and Jess with a medium dislike. Oh, okay. That's new. And then Jess and Ava with a small bond. I mean, I guess Wolfgang did vote for Jess, so there is something there. All right, let's go to reward. Wolfgang, he wins reward. He's gonna take Ava Harjo and Siobhan Fyrus with him. So that's his alliance. Kind of a dead giveaway here, but okay. He's gonna send Nina to exile. All right. On exile, she finds nothing. Let's go to immunity. Siobhan, she wins immunity. Cannot be voted for tonight. Good job, Siobhan. Let's go to the beach. All right, we got nothing happening. All right, let's go to tribal. Short episode today. All right, we got the final 7 here. Ava, Jess, Morgan, Mortimer, Nina, Siobhan, and Wolfgang. Siobhan has the necklace, cannot be voted for tonight, and it is time to vote. If anyone has the hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now's the time to do so. Nobody stands up. Once again, I'll read the votes. First vote is gonna go to Jess. 1 vote Jess. They gotta take her out now, right? They just gotta. They can't leave her in the game forever. Like, come on. All right, next vote is gonna go to Morgan. 1 vote Jess, 1 vote Morgan. 5 votes left. And the next vote goes to Jess. 2 votes Jess, 1 vote Morgan. And the next vote goes to Morgan. We're tied. 2 votes Jess, 2 votes Morgan. 3 votes left. And the next vote goes to Jess. That's 3 votes Jess, 2 votes Morgan, 2 votes left. And the 12th person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor, Blood vs. Water. 5th member of the jury, it is Jess Sigworth. The tribe has spoken. I have no idea how she lasted this long, to be honest. She got 3 immunity wins right at the get-go, right at the beginning of the merge. After that, kind of flopped, but somehow stuck around. I guess maybe after she lost like 2 or 3, they were like, well, is she really that much of an immunity threat? I don't know. But then they were like, well, let's just get rid of her. So who votes for who? We got Jess and Nina voting for Morgan. Okay. I mean, Nina did have that unbreakable relationship with Jess, so that makes sense. Everybody else, they vote for Jess. I guess that's why nothing happened on the beach. They were like, all right, it's time. It's Jess's time. We gotta get rid of her. She, of course, does not break the record, by the way. Wasn't even close. So we'll just move on to episode number 13. We got the final 6. The penultimate episode here. Unless you count the reunion as an episode, which I don't. But we have Nina, Ava, Wolfgang, Morgan, Siobhan, and Mortimer. Somehow Morgan and Siobhan are sticking together in their pair. I'm surprised nobody has tried to take them out, but you know, good for them. I want to take a little stock here of our returning players. Because we have 3 players who have made it to the final 6 before, which is Nina Caliente. She was a 4th placer. Then we have Ava Harjo, of course, a previous winner. And then Morgan actually got the 6th place boot on her season. Then we have Wolfgang and Mortimer. They were both pre-jury boots. So congratulations to them. They have made it much, much further than their original runs. And then we have the only newbie here, Siobhan. Somehow still in it, and honestly not with that bad of a shot at winning the game. So I guess maybe the returning players did kind of steamroll here. I don't know though, they did also just kind of win all of the pre-merge challenges. So I don't know if we can take too much stock into this, whether that is the stats kind of influencing the game, or if it's just, you know, the randomizer randomizing it this way. All right, no more talking. Let's go to the beach. We still have Ava and Morgan with their idols. We got these alliances. We got our unbreakable bonds, Wolfgang and Ava, Siobhan and Nina, Siobhan and Morgan, of course, and Wolfgang and Mortimer. Then we have Morgan and Ava with their extreme hatred still. Do you think it's like a cold war between them? That they like both hate each other, but they both know they have idols, so they can't really go against one another officially? Like they're too scared of that, so they've been like snipping off their allies here and there instead. But we have Siobhan and Ava with a strong bond now. We have Nina with a medium bond toward Mortimer, but Mortimer only with a small bond toward Nina. He has not forgotten that Nina got his daughter booted out of the show. Then we have Mortimer and Ava with a small bond, and Wolfgang and Siobhan with a small bond. Which is kind of weird, because Wolfgang and Siobhan, they've been working together this entire time, but they only have a small bond. So I guess Ava Harjo is the glue holding that alliance together, that 3-person alliance. Okay, let's go to reward, I guess? Yeah. Ava Harjo, Nina Caliente, and Wolfgang Munch. They win reward, and they are going to send Mortimer to exile. He's there, finds nothing, the idol is not hidden. Let's just go to immunity. Who wins? It is going to be Wolfgang. He wins immunity, cannot be voted for tonight. Congratulations, Wolfgang. Let's go to the beach. We have Morgan and Nina with a minor disagreement. I thought this redhead alliance would form, but it has not pulled through. I don't know. Wolfgang is impressing the rest of the team. I mean, he won that immunity. I guess people are like, well, that was very impressive, Wolfgang. Nice job. And then we have Siobhan resting at camp to restore her energy. All right. Could this be the time that Siobhan gets voted out of the game? The only remaining newbie? Maybe the returning players are like, well, we could, you know, just clip her out of the game here. I don't know. But it's also the final 6. So I imagine one of these idols is probably going to get played, right? Unless they decide to hold onto it for the final 5. But I don't know. I feel like they should probably think about using it at least. Let's go to Tribal. All right, we got the final 6 here. Wolfgang has the necklace, cannot be voted for tonight. Everybody else is eligible. It is time to vote. If anyone has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now is the time to do so. Ava Harjo, she is gonna stand up and use her hidden immunity idol on herself. Any votes cast against Ava will not count. I'll read the votes. First vote is gonna go to Ava, does not count. Next vote goes to Ava, does not count. And the next one goes to Ava, does not count. Okay, so this probably would have been a tie because I imagine that alliance was voting together. Let's see who they decided to boot. It's probably going to be Nina, right? Let's find out. The next one goes to Mortimer. Oh, 1 vote Mortimer, 2 votes left. And the next one goes to Nina. 1 vote Mortimer, 1 vote Nina, 1 vote left. And the 13th person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor. Blood versus Water, 6th member of the jury. It is going to be Nina Caliente. Yeah. Nina, the tribe has spoken. She had kind of an impressive game. She had a great idol play, but for the most part, she just kept to herself, had some good bonds, but not really any alliances after she left the returning alliance. And I feel like once Dina was out of the game, she was kind of on a ship of her own and couldn't really make anything happen for herself. But good on her for lasting this long. She got the votes on Ava, right? Let's see. I mean, she would not have been voted out here. She got Morgan and Mortimer to vote with her against Ava. And then Ava, Wolfgang, and Siobhan, they decide to split their votes, the 3-person alliance. Probably in case the other idol gets whipped out. I'm assuming, I imagine Siobhan probably knows that Morgan has the idol, but she probably hasn't told Ava and Wolfgang that, right? Anyway, Nina idled out of the game here by her previous castmate, Ava Harjo. Unfortunate for her, but let's move on to the finale. Alright, we got the final 5 here. Entering the finale, first up we have Ava Harjo, our previous winner, the only returnee on the season to enter her second finale. If she can make it to that final 3 seed, they could just vote for her because she's a previous winner, or they could also be anti-votes against her because she's a previous winner. She has played a pretty good social game. She has stuck with her final 3 alliance pretty consistently. They are entering this finale together in a majority, so if they stick together, they could just boot out Mortimer and Morgan. So Ava Harjo could be our first 2-time winner. Can she pull it off? We'll find out later. Then we have Wolfgang Munch surprisingly making it to the finale. On his original run, he was pretty much hated universally by everybody on his season. He was a consensus merge boot. But on this season, he has done a really good job at fostering relationships with the other castmates. He has been able to turn himself into an honorary Goth member. And if he makes it to the end, he could easily get some votes. He has not gotten on anybody's bad side. Then we have Morgan Fyrus kind of repeating her previous game, but being far more successful this time around. She got herself an early alliance, was able to stick with it up until the merge, when it suddenly just crashed down on her. But regardless of that, because of her relationship with her sister, she has been able to keep herself in the game and influence the game in her own way. And speaking of her sister, we have Siobhan Fyrus here, the only non-returning player entering the finale. And she has been heavily involved in pretty much every single merge boot here, I believe. I think she has had her fingers on every single vote. So if she makes it to the end, then I think she could easily win. There could also be some bitterness against the other returning players since the returning alliance just completely fell apart. So maybe Siobhan wins by default, I don't know. Definitely the underdog entering this finale here. And then finally, we have Mortimer Goth, a pre-merge boot on his original run, makes it to the finale here. Of course, married to a previous winner. Is he going to be able to replicate the success of his wife this time around? Perhaps. He has honestly played probably the weakest game out of these 5, but his social game has been very strong. He's had consistently good relationships with most people on the season, hasn't really pissed anybody off. Sure, his alliance fell apart, and sure, he hasn't really been running any single vote out here, but that might not even matter if the jury just likes him enough to give him the win. So we have 5 really great candidates here in the finale. Let's find out what happens. So, on the beach, we have Morgan with Idol. This is the last time she can use it, so I imagine she's probably going to use that. We have Morgan and Siobhan, the sisters, sticking together here at the finale. Only familial connection entering the finale. Then we have the 3-person alliance, Ava, Siobhan, and Wolfgang. They are at a 7 strength. We have Siobhan and Morgan with their unbreakable bond. We have Morgan and Ava with an extreme hatred still. Then we have Wolfgang and Mortimer with an unbreakable relationship. Wolfgang and Ava with an unbreakable relationship. Siobhan and Ava with a strong bond. Wolfgang and Siobhan with a small bond. Mortimer and Ava with a small bond, Wolfgang and Morgan with a slight bond, Mortimer and Morgan with a slight bond, and Siobhan and Mortimer with a slight bond. So maybe I was speaking Mortimer's praises way too much because he doesn't really have that good of a relationship with most people here. Aside from Wolfgang, I imagine he's probably gonna be the consensus 5th place boot if he does not win immunity. Maybe, I don't know. Let's go to immunity? No, reward. Alright, Siobhan, she wins reward. She wins an advantage at the next immunity challenge. Alright, and she's gonna send Morgan to exile. Pretty smart. I mean, if they do decide to hide another idol here, you do want your sister to have it. And at exile, there is no idol because Morgan has the idol. So, okay. Immunity. Let's find out who wins. It is going to be Ava Harjo. Cannot be voted for tonight. She easily could have gotten the boot here. I mean, once again, previous winner, but she is able to pull off the immunity win. Cannot be voted for. Let's see what's going on the beach. Nothing. Okay. I guess, you know, finale. Usually nothing really interesting happens on the beaches. Let's just go to tribal, find out who the 5th placer of the season is gonna be. Alright, we got the final 5 here. Ava has the necklace, cannot be voted for. Everybody else is eligible. It is time to vote. If anyone has the hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now is the time to do so. Morgan, she stands up. She is gonna use the idol on herself. Any votes cast against Morgan will not count. I'll read the votes. First vote is gonna go to Morgan, does not count. Second vote goes to Morgan, does not count. Third vote is gonna go to Mortimer. 1 vote Mortimer, 2 votes left. And the 14th person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor Blood vs. Water, 7th member of the jury, it is Mortimer. Yeah, like I said, consensus boot here. Tribe has spoken Mortimer. I feel like he just didn't really have the relationships to carry him into that final 3 spot. He only really bonded with Wolfgang. As you can see here, Wolfgang does vote for Morgan. Perhaps a sympathy vote. Either way, Mortimer, even without that idol play, would have still been voted out of the game. He becomes the 5th placer here. Unfortunate for him, but we'll move on to the next part of the finale. Alright, final 4, Ava, Wolfgang, Morgan, Siobhan. Who is going to get the cut right before the final 3? We'll find out. On the beach, we have, of course, no idols anymore. We have our alliances. All of these unbreakable bonds. Morgan and Ava still hating each other, even though they have not gone against one another once. No, wait, Morgan did try to vote out Ava on that one time when Ava had the idol. So I guess, you know, whatever. Anyway, Wolfgang and Siobhan now have a strong bond. So that's something. And Wolfgang and Morgan with a slight bond. All right. So if Morgan does not win immunity, I imagine Ava and Wolfgang are going to vote for Morgan. So Morgan and Siobhan could force a tie. And if Morgan does win immunity, maybe Ava and Wolfgang try to vote at Siobhan. And then again, Morgan and Siobhan are going to force a tie. So odds are that we are going into fire here tonight. Let's see who wins immunity. Ava! She wins immunity again. Is going to make it to her second final 3. And the first winner to make it once again to the final tribal council on a return. Very impressive run here from Ava. Is she going to be the first 2-time winner? We'll find out at the final tribal council. But before that, we have to go to the beach. We have Wolfgang impressing the rest of the team. And Morgan also impressing the rest of the team. Siobhan, she's resting at camp to restore her energy. Alright, we'll go to tribal. We got the final 4. Ava has the necklace, cannot be voted for tonight. She has officially made it to the final 3. It is time to vote. Why do they always do that hidden immunity idol thing at the final 4? Like, nobody has the idol. There are no idols. Anyway, I'll read the votes. First vote is gonna go to Morgan. 1 vote Morgan. Second vote goes to Wolfgang. 1 vote Morgan. 1 vote Wolfgang. 2 votes left. And the third vote goes to Wolfgang. That's 2 votes Wolfgang. 1 vote Morgan. 1 vote left. And the last vote is gonna go to Morgan. We're tied. Yeah, we kind of expected this to happen. We have a tie, presumably Morgan and Siobhan voting for Wolfgang, and Wolfgang and Ava voting for Morgan. We will have a revote. Let's see if we are deadlocked. The first vote is going to go to Morgan, and the second vote goes to Wolfgang. So we are tied. We're going to go into fire. Wolfgang and Morgan, they will have to make fire. Whoever can make fire faster will make it to the final 3. The other will be eliminated. And the person who is voted out of the game in the 4th place here is going to be Wolfgang. The tribe has spoken. Oh my god. Morgan, she makes the fire faster. She's gonna join her sister in that final 3 seat. And her arch enemy, Ava Harjo, I guess. But Wolfgang, very unfortunate for him. He played a good game, made it much further, becomes the 4th placer here. Honestly, I don't think he would have won, to be honest, but, you know, would have been nice to sit in that final 3 seat, though. But he becomes the last member of the jury. Otherwise, we have our final 3 sitting over here. Ava Harjo, Morgan Fyrus, and Siobhan Fyrus. The 3 of them, they all make their case as to why they should win Sims 4 Survivor Blood vs. Water. The jury members, they ask their questions, and then they cast their votes for who they think should win, and I will read the final votes of the season. The first vote goes to Ava Harjo. 1 vote, Ava Harjo. Second vote goes to Siobhan. 1 vote, Ava. 1 vote, Siobhan. The third vote is going to go to Ava. 2 votes, Ava. 1 vote, Siobhan. 5 votes left. And the fourth vote goes to Siobhan. We're tied. 2 votes, Ava. 2 votes, Siobhan. 4 votes left. And the next vote goes to Ava. That's 3 votes, Ava. 2 votes, Siobhan. 3 votes left. The sixth vote is going to go to Ava. 4 votes, Ava. 2 votes, Siobhan. 2 votes left. Is Ava the first 2-time winner of Sims 4 Survivor? The 7th vote goes to Siobhan. Oh my god. 4 votes, Ava. 3 votes, Siobhan. 1 vote left. So if Ava gets this last vote, she obviously wins. But if Siobhan ties the vote here, then that means that Morgan will vote for the winner. And obviously, she's going to vote for her sister. So the final vote and the winner, probably, of Sims 4 Survivor is going to be Ava Harjo. Siobhan 1 vote short from winning the game. But Ava, congratulations. The first 2-time winner of Sims 4 Survivor. Wow, incredible. What the hell? How did she pull this off? Nobody knows. Let's see how the vote turned out. The Siobhan votes are Bess, Dina, and Nina. Everybody else votes for Ava, Cassandra, Jeffrey, Jess, Mortimer, and Wolfgang. I just realized that the entire jury is returning players. What? So Siobhan was the only newbie on the merge? What? How'd that happen? Okay, this was definitely a steamroll. I think I might have to not mess with the stats that much again. Okay, anyway. The fan favorite, it is gonna go to Dylan. What? Dylan Sigworth, a character nobody remembers. Somehow the fan favorite. I don't know, like 5th boot or something. Whatever. Anyway, that's our season. We have in last place Rahul Chopra. In 17th place, Malcolm Landgrab. 16th place, Jules Rico. 15th place, Gunther Munch. 14th place, Ash Harjo. 13th place, our fan favorite, Dylan Sigworth. 6th boot. But okay, 12th place is Lavina Chopra. She was the merge boot, right? Yeah. Okay, so Lavina does make the merge. And she is the last returnee to be voted out of the game. What a flop. What a flop, tribe. Anyway. No, wait, Dina. What am I saying? Dina is in the merge. Okay, so 3 people from the returnee tribe make the merge. All right. Sorry. I'm confused. Anyway. 11th place is Cassandra Goth. 10th place is Bess Sterling. 9th place is Dina Caliente. 8th place is Jeffrey Landgrab. 7th place is Jess Sigworth. Also Cassandra. What am I talking about? I'm dumb. Sorry. I'm stupid. Anyway. 6th place, Nina Caliente. 5th place, Mortimer Goth. 4th place, Wolfgang Munch. Our 3rd place finisher with no votes to win, Morgan Fires. Potentially overshadowed by the 2nd placer here, her sister, Siobhan Fires. And our winner, our 2-time winner, Ava Harjo. Incredible run by Ava here. Let's look at the stats. So we have Ava actually tying the most immunity wins with Jess Sigworth. She also gets the most wins overall with 7. She is also the most strategic, coming up right behind Morgan and then Wolfgang. I guess this list makes sense, right? Then we have the most votes received, Dina Caliente with 19 votes. That might be a record. Of course, most of those votes were negated by Nina's idol. Then we have Jess Sigworth with 14, 12 for Lavina. Bess, Dylan, and Jules get 8 each. Morgan and Rahul have 7. Ash, Malcolm, Nina, they get 6. Gunther and Wolfgang have 5. Ava and Jeffrey have 4, which, by the way, Ava Harjo, only votes she received were the votes that she negated, right? No. She only negated 3 votes. So 1 vote that she received was a legitimate vote, I guess. Did I say Mortimer also? Ava, Jeffrey, Mortimer, they have 4 each. And then Cassandra only with 2. She, of course, gets idled out of the game. And then Siobhan with an impressive single vote to be eliminated. Wow. I had not even noticed that, but nice job. All right, anyway, there you have it. What a fun season. All hail our current reigning, our 2-time winner, Ava Harjo. She is the queen of Sims 4 Survivor now, right? The Sandra of Sims 4 Survivor. And this also makes worldwide like way ahead of any other season in terms of win equity, because they have now produced 3 seasons with winners. Of course, the original worldwide had a winner, so that's 1. And then Kasim won All Stars, and then now Ava Harjo doing it again, winning Sims 4 Survivor twice now. Congratulations. Anyway, I'll see you in the next season whenever I get to that. Goodbye.